tonight. At the conclusion of the season last year, the Philadelphia Warriors transferred their franchise to San Francisco. Therefore, they became a Western Division ball club. The Cincinnati Royals were therefore transferred into the Eastern sector. So therefore, this evening, for the first time, the fabulous scoring Wilt Chamberlain will be playing for the West. And for the East, it'll be the fabulous backliner Oscar Robertson. So we look forward to a great ball game. We're mighty happy that you joined us, and we certainly hope that you enjoy this ball game throughout. And now I've been looking forward to working with one of the fine sportscasters in the country. He is the voice of the Los Angeles Lakers Ball Club. He is Chick Kern. And Chick, nice to see you all set for a big one.
Good to be with you, buddy.
Yes, sirree.
Listen, I got a couple of the coaches here, Red Auerbach and Freddie Schaus. I'll speak to Fred, and you talk to Red, and let the fans know what they think.
Fine.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in his third year at the helm of the Los Angeles Lakers, young and likable and talented Freddie Schaus. Now, in 6 years coaching at the University of West Virginia, this man won the conference title each year. He has come to Los Angeles, already brought them the Western Division Championship a year ago, and today his club has the best one-loss percentage in the entire National Basketball Association. Freddie Schaus, coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Fred, good luck tonight.
Thank you, Chick. We'd like to have this one.
Boy, this is going to be a big one for you. What'll the switch with Chamberlain coming to your club and Robertson going to the East mean?
Well, I think this is going to be a very interesting aspect of this ball game because last year, in fact, the last 2 years, the West team has won very easily, and certainly Oscar Robertson has been a major factor in those 2 wins with his direction of the ball club and running the fast break. So now we've traded actually Chamberlain, Robertson for Chamberlain, so it's going to be an interesting development, I'm sure.
What team will you start?
We're going to start not really a big ball club. Walt Bellamy is 6'11" at 1-4 with Bobby Pettit from St. Louis, 6'9" at the other corner, and Chris Chamberlain at center at about 7'1". Then we also have Jerry West and Elgin Bay, our own 2 ball players, playing in the backcourt. So this is not a bad ball club.
Having broadcast all of your games, I know that Baylor occasionally goes into the backcourt. Does it jeopardize his play at all?
Well, I don't think so. It gives him more freedom. Actually, he has more room to maneuver, and he has the speed. The one question right tonight is the fact that he does have that bad knee, and whether or not he can do the job on Robertson defensively, but at least it's going to be, I think, an interesting duel between those 2.
I certainly do, too. Now, in the last 2 games, the Western club, you coached them last year, scored 150 or more points. Do you expect a high-scoring game again tonight?
Well, even with the great defensive talents on both squads, you've got to look at their tremendous shooting abilities, and you just have to figure that there's got to be a lot of scoring done with both ball clubs.
Freddie, your ball club, your starting 5 is averaging 166 points a game. I leave you with that.
That's real nice. I'd like to have this club all season.
Good luck to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to turn you back to Buddy Blattner. He's going to do the play-by-play in the first half, and right now he's got perhaps the most successful coach in the history of NBA coaching, Red Auerbach of the Boston Celtics.
And he's not even smiling. Come here, Red. Thank you, Chick. Fans, this is Red Auerbach, 17 years of professional coach, a fabulous career. And Red, I guess in that career of 17 years and now working on 4 straight World Championship ball clubs, still a thrill, though, to work with an array of talent such as you have tonight.
Well, it sure is, but strange as it may seem, Bud, we're very small out there. As great as they are, we're still a small ball club.
Actually, Red, you say the West is a taller ball club, a stronger ball club, but would you say that you had the speed and maneuverability?
Well, I don't know. I think we have some desire, and we do have the speed, but you must not ever lose sight of the fact that you can't go anywhere until you get the ball. And we just hope that we can get it, that's all.
Red, there's going to be 15,000 fans here or more. This, of course, a Western Division town. Do you think this would give them more or less a home court advantage?
Well, there's no doubt about it, buddy. I tell you, when they introduce the players, you people on TV, if this mic is on, you're going to hear the loudest boo you ever heard when they introduce me, I'll tell you that.
Well, Red, we're showcasing you well here.
Well, they sure do. I'll tell you, they're very good fans. You can't blame them for rooting for their home team, but one thing happened out here. We're going to have the All-Star game in Boston next year, so maybe the East will have the advantage then.
Red, how about your starting lineup?
Well, we're going to start a very small ball club. we figure that why should we play their game? Perhaps they'll adjust and play ours. We're going to have Oscar Robertson and Bob Cousy in the back court, Jack Twyman and Tommy Heinsohn in the forward line, and Bill Russell at center. And if they could just box out long enough for us to get that ball, I feel that Baylor, who is going to play the backcourt for them, is going to have just as much trouble guarding Oscar as Oscar's going to have guarding him.
All right, fine. Red, thank you so very much for coming on. Have a good ball game.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And we'll meet these great all-star performers. Oh, once again, everybody, this is Bud Blattner along with Chick Hearn in Los Angeles, the sports arena. And the fans continue to file in. There will be 15,000 on hand as we tip the ball off for this annual All-Star Classic. The Eastern Division All-Stars against the Western Division All-Stars. We're waiting right now for the introduction of the players. Both ball clubs warming up. To our left, it's the squad of the West. And on our right, the Eastern Division All-Stars. The lights now are going down. Before you tonight will parade the greatest of them all. Things that you might look for, the great ball handling, the wizardry of a Cousy is passing. But watch Baylor and Oscar Robertson, the way they can control the dribble. The height and the strength of a Wilt Chamberlain who will dwarf men who are 6'8". And during these introductions, you'll see just how big these men actually are. To begin with, it's all relative. As you see them on the court, a man 6'8" will be playing a man 6'8", and so they all look as though they may be of normal height. The starting lineups will average around 6'6" and 210 pounds a man. Freddie Schaus, the coach of the Western Division All-Stars, and Red Auerbach. And Red, as you heard, he always has something to say. You think, poor Red. And they really have extreme trouble. But he has a tremendous amount of talent on the Eastern Division squad. At halftime, you're going to hear from 4 NBA coaches in a roundtable discussion, which I'm quite sure that you will enjoy. It'll be Harry Gallatin, Bob Ferrick, Alex Hannum, and Eddie Donovan.
New York, number 9, playing in his 6th All-Star game, a 7-year veteran.
Here we go with the introductions.
Richie Garrett.
From Iona, and now with the New York Knickerbockers in his 7th professional season. His 6th All-Star game, 6'4", a 200-pounder, backliner Richie Garrett. From the New York Knickerbockers, formerly of Michigan State, his 4th NBA season, his 2nd All-Star game. He's 6'5", a 200-pounder, forward Johnny Green. With the New York Knickerbockers, it's 6'6", a 208-pounder, from LaSalle University. His 7th NBA game, his 4th All-Star performance, Tom Gola. In his 8th professional season. And he's making his 6th All-Star appearance from Cincinnati University and the Cincinnati Royals at 6'6", a 215-pounder, forward Jack Twyman. Representing the Cincinnati Royals, 6'5", 205 pounds, from Cincinnati University, the fabulous Oscar Robertson, his 3rd All-Star game appearance, his 3rd year in the NBA. Representing now the Syracuse Nationals, from the University of North Carolina, he's 6'7", a 220-pounder, his 2nd year in the league, his 1st All-Star game, Lee Schaffer. From Illinois University, and now with the Syracuse Nationals, his 9th year in the league, his 3rd All-Star game. He's 6'9", a 230, the personable center Johnny Red Kerr. From Marshall College, and now the Syracuse Nationals, 6'3", 176-pounder, very fast. His 5th year with Syracuse, his 1st All-Star game. you saw Hal Greer. From Holy Cross and now representing the Boston Celtics, he's 6'7", a 220-pounder. His 7th year with the Celtics, his 3rd All-Star game, beat Tommy Heinsohn. From San Francisco University, now in his 7th season with the Boston Celtics, 6'10", 215-pounder, making his 6th All-Star appearance. There's Bill Russell. In his 13th year with the Boston Celtics, from Holy Cross, 6'1", 180-pounder, his 13th All-Star appearance. There is the great one, Bob Cousy. And now, here comes Arnold Red Auerbach, the coach of the Eastern Division All-Stars. A big smile amid a chorus of boos, and Red predicted just that. That will bother him a lot. And now for the West. Appearing in his first All-Star Classic, the brilliant rookie from the Chicago Zephyrs from Purdue University. He is 6'7", a 200-pounder. Forward Terry Dissinger. From the Chicago Zephyrs, the former All-American from Indiana University, 6'11", 235 pounds. His 2nd year in the league, his 2nd All-Star appearance. From Mississippi State, now in the 4th season with the Detroit Pistons, he is 6'7", a 215-pounder. In his 3rd All-Star game, forward Bailey Howell. Making his 1st All-Star appearance. 3rd, a 3-year veteran with the Detroit Pistons from Illinois University. 6'3", 190-pound backliner Don Ohl. With the San Francisco Warriors and formerly of St. Mary's College. His 2nd NBA season, his 1st All-Star game at 6'6", a 220-pounder, forward Tom Meschery. From Temple University and now the San Francisco Warriors, a 6-footer, the smallest man, 185-pounder. His 5th year in the league, his 1st All-Star appearance, backliner Guy Rogers. From Kansas University, and now the San Francisco Warriors, 7'1", 255 pounds. His 4th year in the NBA, his 4th All-Star game, Wilt Chamberlain. With the St. Louis Hawks at 6'1", 180 pounds. From Providence College, his 3rd year in the NBA, his 1st All-Star game, backliner Lenny Wilkins. Again from the St. Louis Hawks, 6'9", 230-pounder. From LSU, his 9th year in the NBA, his 9th All-Star game, forward Bob Pettit. From Dartmouth and the Los Angeles Lakers, making his 1st All-Star appearance. His 4th year with the Lakers, 6'7", 230-pounder, Rudy LaRusso. Also representing the Lakers at 6'3", 180-pounder. From the University of West Virginia, his 3rd year in the NBA, his 3rd All-Star game, beat backliner Jerry West. From the Los Angeles Lakers and Seattle University, 6'5", 230 pounds. He gets a standing ovation. His 5th All-Star game, you're looking at Elgin Baylor. And now the coach of the West Division All-Stars, a former NBA player, Freddie Shouse. His 3rd year a coach with the Lakers, his 2nd All-Star game. And there you have the lineup of these 2 great ball clubs. And the referees you see on camera, to the left is Earl Strom, and to the right is Sid Borgia, the director of the referees in the NBA. And now, 15,000 stand as Pat Boone will step to center court to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we watch at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Teams are getting set now for the opening tip-off, so in just a moment, the game between the Eastern and the Western Division All-Stars will be underway. All right, we're set to go. It'll be Chamberlain jumping against Bill Russell. Chamberlain 7 feet 1, Russell at 6 feet 10. Earl Strom has the ball, and here we go. The tip controlled by the West. That's Jerry West with the ball to Elgin Baylor. Baylor on the left side in the front court, now to Pettit. They weave to the right to Jerry West. Shot by West is missed. And the rebound by Russell, and here comes the East for the first time. Cousy in the front court over his shoulder. That's Heinsohn. Heinsohn back out to Cousy. Tries a 20-footer. No good. Rebounded by Heinsohn. He stops it through, and the East leads 2-0. Jerry West bringing the ball down. Elgin Baylor playing the back line. An unusual sight. Now to Pettit. Ball knocked away, stolen by Russell. Russell to Robertson to Cousy. Cousy playing his last All-Star game. This will be his last season. Robertson driving, foul called, and Oscar will be at the line. The highest scoring backliner in history, Oscar Robertson, 3-time All-American from Cincinnati University. Last year led the backliners in assists, in rebounds, and scoring. It's about all you can do. Oscar Robertson, 23 years old. Foul shot is good. East leads 3-0. The West trying to make it 3 victories in a row in this midseason classic. Oscar, a 205-pounder. He's 6 feet 5. That's big for a backliner. Taking plenty of time. He can do it all. Foul shot is missed. Chamberlain the rebound. The West has the ball. They trail 3-0 down court. Ball knocked away by Heinsohn and stolen by Tommy in the front court to Cousy. To Twyman. The ball knocked away. Out of bounds it goes, belonging to the East. Cousy will inbound. And what a trigger man he is. That's to Russell. Big Bill up with a jumper. Missed. Rebounded by Chamberlain, his second. He gives down to West. Jerry, a lead pass under to Bellamy. He misses. Russell has the ball for the East. Down the left sidelines comes Big Bill. Out to Oscar. Big O moving the ball to the head of the key to Twyman. A quick jumper by Jack is missed. Rebounded by Russell. That's Oscar Robertson near the right-hand corner. Into Russell, but knocked away by Chamberlain. Out of bounds, the East will inbound. Russell, the playmaker. That's to Oscar Robertson. Over to Twyman, a great shooter. There it is, up, missed. Loose ball. That's Russell on his knees. About average height now. To Heinsohn, left-hand corner driving. Hook shot, he's got all the shots, missed. Loose ball, Cousy, head of the key. That rebound to Pettit. He had 27 in last year's game. On to Jerry West, to Chamberlain. He gives back out to Baylor. Baylor starts to drive, watch him. And we got a whistle and a foul is called. And Elgin Baylor will be at the foul line. Baylor at the present time, the second leading scorer in the NBA. Chamberlain number 1. This
Baylor shooting 2.
Tremendous body control. A 230-pounder is Baylor. He's at 6'5". The first point for the Western Division All-Stars. Score now reads at 3-1. That makes it 3-2. Quickly down the front court, Oscar Robertson for the East. Driving down the middle, hands out to Heinsohn. On the right side to Twyman. Into Russell. His shot is missed. West rebounds. The West has the ball. Jerry West, front court. That's Bellamy. Usually a pivot man playing outside. And his one-hander is good. And for the first time in the ball game, the West leads. They're on top by 1. Oscar Robertson from the foul line. One-hander good. And the score 5-4 the East. Jerry West in control. Looking toward the middle. That's Baylor. Into Chamberlain. Back to Baylor. Driving under. Takes a shot. Blocked beautifully by Russell. Bill's got the ball. To Coos. To Twyman. Look at that pass. He scores. And the score is 7-4. That Cousy can thread the needle, can he? Cousy now 34 years of age. The ball into Chamberlain. Back out to Baylor. Into Chamberlain. Watching. And as he goes up for a shot, fouled against the East. Foul is on Oscar Robertson, his first foul. And Chamberlain, here's the man who has rewritten all of the scoring book in the NBA in his 4 years. Last year averaged 50 points a game. He's not at his best in the foul line. He misses the first one. 255 pounds, tremendously strong, 7'1". Next foul shot, as you can see, is good. And the score now at 7-5. Pass down court to Twyman. That's Heinsohn with a jumper, 25-footer, good. The biggest lead now enjoyed by the East. They're on top 5-4. The score is 9-5. 4 points for Heinsohn. He leads all scorers. That's Pettit. Bob up with a 15-footer. Banked in. That's a beauty. Pettit 4 times the most valuable in this game. There's a shot by Russell, and goaltending called against Chamberlain as he trapped that ball against the backboard. And the score now reads 11-7 the East with 8 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. Baylor driving. Hands out to Pettit with a 12-footer. Missed. Russell rebounds. Up it goes to Oscar Robertson to Cousy. Cousy to Heinsohn down the middle. And he misses. Rebound by Pettit. Out of trouble to West. Jerry takes a 20-footer. He misses. Rebounded by Oscar Robertson. To Cousy. On the left side to Twyman with a 16-footer. No good. Loose ball. Twyman. 10-footer. Good. It's the East by 6. 4 points for Twyman. And the score now 13-7. Baylor in the front court. He gives to Pettit. Bob in heavy traffic tries a one-hander and a foul is called. And here's the man now, one of the all-time greats, Bob Pettit. 4 times in 8 years for Bob. He has been the most valuable player in this All-Star Classic. Timeout is now called with a score. The East 13 and the West 7. Sports Arena in Los Angeles, California. And Bob Pettit now will be at the line from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The Bombardier from the St. Louis Hawks. Foul shot good by Bob. That gives him 3 points. Bob, in 8 years in this Classic, is averaging 21 points a game. He had 27 rebounds last year as he was the most valuable player. Next toss is perfect. And the score now 13-8. The West trails. Oscar Robertson. Hands out to Russell in the corner with a one-hander. Missed, and West has the rebound. The score is 13-9. Little tardy here putting the score up. Bellamy, right-hand corner. Into Chamberlain. He takes his shot, and we've got a whistle. The shot was no good. A foul is called. Foul is on Russell, his second, and the 4th team foul against the East here in quarter number 1. 7 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the quarter, and foul shot is good. Chamberlain averaging near 50 points a ball game again this season. Another rebound by Russell on the missed shot, and down to Twyman over his head and out of bounds. The West will bring it down. They trail 13-10. West and Baylor on the back line for the Western Division All-Stars with Pettit, Bellamy, and Chamberlain up front. Cousy knocks the ball out of bounds. An intended pass to Pettit from West. West will inbound the ball. Gives over to Baylor. Baylor, powerfully built. To Pettit. Into Bellamy. Turnaround jumper. It is in and out, and Russell rebounds. Boy, he's got a slew of them already. 8 rebounds for Russell already in this game. Twyman, a 10-footer left side. Good by Jack. And Twyman now 6 points. He's averaged 20 points a ball game since he has entered the league 8 years ago. Score 15-10. The East leads with Baylor giving to Pettit. Knocked away and stolen by Robertson. Down to Twyman. There he goes. He lays it up and scores. Score is 17-10 now. The East with their biggest advantage. Jerry West with the ball. From Cabin Creek, West Virginia, now makes his home here on the West Coast. Baylor, a 22-footer. No good. And as Pettit grabs a rebound, the foul is called against the West. Foul is on Bellamy. Bellamy leaves the ball game, and Guy Rogers in. And Guy will play on the back line with Jerry West, with Elgin Baylor now moving up front into a corner. And Tommy Gunn Heinsohn from the Boston Celtics now at the foul line. Tommy 6'7", 220-pounder. He has all the shots. This foul shot is missed. Twyman rebounds, shoots, partially blocked. Russell the ball. Clears out to Cousy. Cousy behind his back to Oscar Robertson. Into Heinsohn. To Russell. Now to Cousy. To Heinsohn. To Twyman. He scores. Oh, they moved that ball beautifully. 10 points for Jack Twyman now to lead all scorers. And the score 19-10. The Eastern Division All-Stars lead. Baylor driving. Checked by Twyman, gives out to Guy Rogers. Now to Pettit. He's guarded by Heinsohn. Into Chamberlain. Knocked away. Pettit's got it. An 8-footer. No good. Ball tipped in by Pettit. So Pettit now with 6 points. And the score 19-12. Oscar Robertson right down the middle. That's to Cousy. To Russell. To Heinsohn. There are 3 Celtics in the game now. Heinsohn, a 26-footer. In and out. And Guy Rogers, the loose ball. Watch him go all the way. Misses. Jerry West to Baylor. On a drive. Look at that move. Shot is missed, though, and Russell rebounds. Well, that's beautiful to watch. Up to Cousy. Over his shoulder to Oscar Robertson. Watch Oscar control that dribble. In the corner, he shoots. Misses. Rebounded by Chamberlain. To Guy Rogers, a teammate of Chamberlain in San Francisco. To Pettit. Baylor on the left. Again, he drives, hooks the ball up, no good. He's got it back, giving to Jerry West, to Pettit. 12-footer is no good. Russell rebounds, clears up to Twyman, now to Kuzi. Behind his back to Oscar Robertson. He shoots and misses, gets the ball back, shoots and scores. And the score reads at 21-12. 3:53 left to go in the first quarter. The East leads. Chamberlain spins, shoots, misses. Pettit the rebound, shoots, and scores. And Pettit with 8 points. Long pass into the front court to Twyman. He leads all scorers with 10 to Oscar Robertson. To Twyman, left-hand corner. Missed. Chamberlain rebounds. He gives to Guy Rogers. Now to Jerry West. Jerry goes up with a jumper. It's missed. Rebounded by Chamberlain. He stops it. And the score 21-16. The East leads. 3:15 left to go in the first quarter. The score 21-16. The East on top. That's Tommy Gunn Heinsohn. And we've got a whistle. An offensive foul is called here against the East. It will be against Oscar Robertson. And timeout being called by the West. Well, we have a timeout here on the floor with the score. East 21 and the West 16.
1, 2, 3, $400. That's how much you pocket in cash savings by ordering a quality-built custom craft garage now during our gigantic midwinter sale. Don't let your car stand outside in the snow. Don't risk not starting when the temperature plunges below zero. Don't waste money on towing, frozen engines, and weak batteries. Custom Craft will install your garage in just 10 days, regardless of the weather, and you pocket $400 in cash savings. Custom Craft garages are the finest money can buy. You get clear cedar siding, uni-wall construction for complete insulation from weather, double-hung windows, big 9-foot doors with rubber weather seal, and front overhang for added protection. 37 features in a 1, 2, or 3-car model designed to match your home. Order now and pay no money down, nothing at all until July. Then take up to 7 years to pay Custom Craft. Don't delay. Complete details will cost you nothing. Call 805-1594. Right now, collect or write Garages, Custom Craft, Department C, WTEN, Albany.
Johnny Green comes in from the New York Knickerbockers. And Lee Schaffer, the Syracuse Nationals, in for the East. While we have just a moment, we'd like to say hello to a very wonderful guy who was a great basketball player, Maurice Stokes, stricken by an overpowering ailment 6 years ago. He's battling back, and Maurice is viewing this ball game tonight in Cincinnati in Christ Hospital. And Maurice, we all say hello to you and wish you the very best of everything. There's Baylor to West, outside right. 20-footer is good. So it's 21-18. The East by 3 as the pass goes to Johnny Green. Watch him jump. He shoots and misses. He's got the ball back. His shot is blocked. The ball goes out of bounds, belonging to the East. We see Hal Greer in the ball game now for the East on the back line with Oscar Robertson. Russell inbounds to Greer, now to Oscar. Oscar takes a 12-foot jumper and makes it good. Seems to hang in the air on that jump shot. And the score 23-18. Been a very fine first quarter. 2.5 minutes remain. Guy Rogers with the ball. He gives to Pettit. Bob starts to drive, has the ball knocked away by Johnny Green. It goes out of bounds. So Pettit now will inbound. It's Chamberlain and Baylor up front with Pettit. On the back line, it goes to Guy Rogers, working with Jerry West. That's to Baylor. Guarded by Lee Schaffer. To Jerry West. Driving, hands out to Pettit, knocked out of bounds again by Johnny Green very alertly. Jerry West now, the playmaker. Tries to give to Chamberlain, the ball knocked away, but picked off by Guy Rogers. Over to Jerry West, and he is fouled by Hal Greer.
Foul number 45, Hal Greer, the first personal on 3 of the 15 foul on the East All-Star.
The first foul on Hal Greer. Foul number 5 against the East here in quarter number 1, and Jerry West at the line. Foul shot is good. He now has 3 points. The score reads 23-19. The East on top. Hal Greer of the Syracuse Nationals, a great jump shooter. In the front court to Oscar Robertson. That's Lee Schaffer. How do you like that shot? The head of the key. Gets that ball away in a hurry. That makes it read 25-19. The East on top. Guy Rogers to Pettit. Bob goes up with a 20-footer, and he makes it good. It's Pettit now with 10 points in quarter number 1. Long pass down court to Russell. He drives, gets it close, shoots, scores. It's not going to count as Bill traveled with the ball. Elgin Baylor now coming out, and Bailey Howell is in. Leading scorers, Pettit with 10 and Twyman 10. Jerry Wesley Jackson now being replaced by Don Ohl of the Detroit Pistons. And the score 25-21. East on top, West has the ball. It's given to Bailey Howell. He's from Detroit. To Don Ohl. Ball stolen by Oscar Robertson. He may go all the way. He hands off to Greer, who shoots and scores. Hal Greer scoring his first basket. 27-21, the East on top. 15,000 fans here tonight. Mighty happy you joined us. Howell from the foul line. Misses his one-hander. Pettit rebounds. In post for a shot. Foul called. The shot was no good. Foul is on Johnny Green, and Pettit now at the foul line. He'll shoot a couple. Could become the high point man in this ball game if he makes as many as one. Bob has come from a 200-pounder to 230 in his 8 years of play in the NBA. Foul shot good. Bob now with 11. Scored 27-22. Bob, a tremendous businessman. Quite a few holdings in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Very eligible bachelors. Next foul shot is good, and the score 27-23. East in the front court, Robertson in control. To Hal Greer. Watch his jumper. It's good, barely rippling the net. Well done by Hal Greer. He has 4 points. The score 29-23. 47 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. It's Pettit now at the foul line to Chamberlain. To Guy Rogers. That's Bailey Howell into Chamberlain. Fall away jumper up and good. 5 points for Chamberlain. That's Russell in fairly close. Not going to shoot. Gives back out to Oscar Robertson. He drives in close. He shoots. He scores, and he is fouled. Score reads right now 31-25. The Eastern Division All-Stars on top. And Oscar Robertson at the line, looking for point number 10. Foul shot by Oscar is good. So it's 32-25. The East on top as the West will bring the ball down. Don Ohl in the front court. Into Chamberlain. To Don Ohl, left-hand corner with a one-hander, in and out. Ball knocked out of bounds by Johnny Green of the East. Gola now replacing Oscar Robertson, and Gola at 6'6" playing the back line. Ball given to Pettit. Out to Guy Rogers. He jolts down the middle, misses, and Russell rebounds. And there's the buzzer, ending the first quarter of play with the score. The East 32 and the West 25.
On teeming highways, on busy city streets, many cars are marked for accident. Which is next? No one knows for sure. But this much is certain. Your chances of escaping death or serious injury are 50% better if your car is equipped with Rayco safety belts. They hold you comfortably, securely in your seat, safe against sudden, violent impact, the major cause of casualties. Close call. Aren't they glad they have Rayco safety belts?
Rayco safety belts have been certified by every state in the country with testing and licensing approvals
and they're available in decorator colors to match your car's interior. Most important, they're expertly installed, bolted firmly to the floor with double reinforcement. They cost surprisingly little, on easy payment terms if you wish. So give your family the priceless protection of Rayco safety belts. See the phone book for the Rayco store nearest you.
Well, we're set to go now in quarter number 2. Bud Blattner along with Chick Hearn from Los Angeles, the 13th annual NBA All-Star Classic. And for the West, it'll be Bellamy in the middle with Pettit and Bailey Howell up front, Don Ohl and Guy Rogers on the back line. Russell jumping against Bellamy. And there's the tip. Controlled by the East. That's Hal Greer. He gives to Green, but it goes off his fingertips and out of bounds. And the West will bring the ball down as they trailed by 7. It's 32-25. Don Ohl in the Bellamy. Turnaround jumper is up, blocked by Russell, and Russell has the loose ball. Oh, he's too much in that middle. That's Tom Gola, number 25. Lee Schaffer hooking and helped in by Johnny Green at 6'5", way over the rim. And now it's the East by 9, their biggest advantage. Guy Rogers into Bellamy with a hook shot, missed, and Gola rebounds. The East has the ball. To Hal Greer. To Russell driving. And we've got a whistle. Foul called here. It'll be against Bellamy. Bellamy's second foul, and Bill Russell at the foul line. And Bill Russell, considered the greatest defensive ball player the game has ever known, will be at the line as timeout. It's being called by the East, so we have timeout on the floor with the score: the East 34 and the West 25.
For space missiles, science developed new ceramics with fantastic resistance to corrosion. Using the same techniques, Rayco now brings you a ceramic auto muffler, so revolutionary even the shape is new. The Astro Ceramic Muffler at Rayco and nowhere else in America. Now in ordinary mufflers, metal is exposed, so it's bound to rust. But Rayco's Astro Ceramic Muffler is ceramic coated inside and out, so no acid can eat through. No dangerous carbon monoxide can seep into your car. This new muffler overcomes every cause of muffler failure so completely that Rayco guarantees you'll never buy another muffler for your car as long as you own it. Should it ever fail, just present this guarantee for replacement and installation at no cost. The Astro Ceramic Muffler is expertly installed free, and it costs so little you'll be amazed. In all America, the Astro Ceramic Muffler is sold only at Rayco. See the phone book for the Rayco store nearest you.
Back to action now, and Bill Russell at the foul line.
That's the free throw line, number 6, Bill Russell.
Bill, a disc jockey in the off-season, owns a rubber plantation in Liberia. A very active young man. The left-hander fires, it's good. He now has 3 points. From San Francisco University. This guy has always been on a winner. Foul shot missed, Pettit rebounds, and the West has the ball. Down to Don Ohl. Over now to Bailey Howell, the foul line. He shoots and scores. So it's 35-27. The East on top as Hal Greer enters the front court, giving to Johnny Green. The ball taken away by Pettit as Johnny Green slipped. Over to Guy Rogers, knocked out of bounds by Tom Gola. Tom very quick with those hands for a big man. Don Ohl. Giving to Bailey Howell. Look at Gola knock that ball away. It goes out of bounds. It belongs to the West. Gola has been playing as a forward this year with New York, but playing the back line right now. Guy Rogers to Don Ohl. Goes up for a shot, and he's tied up in a jump ball with Tom Gola. So Gola, 3 inches taller than Ohl. Watch the tip. Controlled by the East to Hal Greer. A lead pass to Green under, and he scores easily. 37-27, 4 points for Johnny Green. Don Ohl with the ball. It's Green now covering Pettit into Bellamy, and we've got a whistle. Too long in the lane against Bellamy, and the East will take over as they lead 37-27. 10 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Al Greer to Johnny Green. To Lee Schaffer, who fumbles and recovers. That's Gola to Schaffer. On the run, he shoots, misses this one. The rebound to Pettit, clearing up court to Guy Rogers. Watch Guy, giving to Bellamy, and he travels with the ball. Guy Rogers dumping that pass in the lap of Bellamy. He's a bit surprised, and he travels with the ball. In comes Red Kerr of Syracuse, taking over for Russell. Gola in the front court. That's Hal Greer. There's a long one-hander. Missed. Loose ball. Hal Greer to Gola. The high post. That's Kerr in the middle, taken away by Pettit. Guy Rogers. Jolting down the middle, going all the way to score. Well done by Guy Rogers. 37-29 reads the score. The Eastern Division on top. Gola to Greer to Johnny Green. That's Schaffer, head of the key. Misses his one-hander. They scramble for the rebound. A foul is called here.
Number 22, Elgin Baylor, and number 32 from the St. Louis Hawks, Ryan Wilkins, replacing Pettit and Rogers.
Elgin Baylor comes in. He replaces Pettit. Guy Rogers out and Lenny Wilkins in. Russell tied a record in quarter number 1, pulling down 10 rebounds. Red Kerr at the foul line. His 9th year of NBA play, a complete center. His foul shot is good. He can do it all. A great passer for a big man. Good rebounder and a top scorer. Ohl shoots and misses. Rebounded by Greer. Way down court to Schaffer. He breaks away and scores. Fast breaking that time, Lee Schaffer. The score 40-29. The East on top. Lenny Wilkins, a left-handed dribbler. To Baylor. Bailey Howell with a quick one-hander. Good. An 18-footer down the middle by Bailey Howell gives him 4 points. In the front court, moves the ball to Schaffer for the East. Hooks to the foul line. Missed. Bailey Howell the rebound. Lenny Wilkins. Lenny deceptively fast. Shoots a quick one-hander. Misses this one. Lee Schaffer the rebound. The score is 40-31. The East on top. Gola brings the ball down. Tom in the front court. That's to Johnny Green. Look at him drive right away from his man under to score. A bolt of lightning. 6 points for Johnny Green. Score 42-31. The East on top. Elgin Baylor. To Lenny Wilkins. To Bellamy. Bellamy shoots and misses, but a foul has been called here against Kerr.
Number 9, Richie Garrett replacing Schaffer.
Lee Schaffer now leaves action, being replaced by backliner Richie Guerin. So Gola now will move up front, playing as a forward, with Guerin and Greer on the back line for the East. Here now is the rookie of the year last season, Walt Bellamy. The Chicago Zephyrs. He misses his foul shot. To try again. Score at 42-31. 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Next foul shot is missed. The ball knocked out of bounds. Ball belongs to the East. Richie Guerin gets a pass in the front court from Gola. Back to Guerin. He's got all the shots. A two-handed set, one-handed jumper. Gola to Kerr. Watch him pass that ball. To Guerin down the middle. He misses. Rebounded by Bellamy. Slapped down court to Baylor. Now to Don Ohl. Ohl in close. Shoots. Misses. Tipped up by Baylor. No good. He's got the ball back. Now to Howell. Howell to Baylor. And Baylor is fouled. In the last 2 years, the Western Division All-Stars in winning both the ball games, have scored a fabulous total of 303 points. Baylor at the foul line. It's good. He has 3 points. It's 42-32. East on top is Greer. Slings one in the front court to Guerin. To Green, and he scores. And Green has been a very big factor in this one. 8 points for Johnny Green. It's now the East by 12. And timeout being called here by the Western Division All-Stars. With the scores, the East 44 and the West 32. That's Wilkins. Gets in close, fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds. The East will bring it down. They have Guerin playing up front now with Gola on the back line. Kerr acts like a quarterback, gives off to Greer with a 20-footer. No good. Chamberlain rebounds. To Jerry West. That's Baylor. Look at that body control as he flips it up. Shot is no good, but he's fouled on the play. And Elgin Baylor now at the foul line. Gola commits the foul, his first. Elgin Baylor with 3 points. Foul shot is good.
Oscar Robertson replaces Hal Greer.
Hal Greer leaves action for the East, being replaced by Oscar Robertson. Look at the arms on Baylor. Toss, missed. And Green the rebound to Oscar. Big O in the front court to Kerr. The Big O. That's Richie Guerin. To Red Kerr, to Johnny Green. To Guerin. Over to Kerr, and we've got a whistle. Too long in the lane against the East. Guerin, extremely powerful for a backliner. He likes to move into the middle and overpower the opposing guard. In the front court to Baylor. Into Chamberlain. Back out to Jerry West. West in heavy traffic, but clears to Wilkins. Into Chamberlain. He gives to Bailey Howell. To Baylor, head of the key. One-hander missed, tipped up by Bailey Howell, missed, and a foul is called on Bailey Howell. And there's the coach, Freddie Schaus, not very happy right at this particular point of the going. The East leads 44-33. Red Kerr at the line, with a tremendous sense of humor. Going to write a book, 18 years in the pivot without the ball. Very well liked by everybody in the league. Big guy from the University of Illinois. His home in Chicago. Plays for Syracuse. Foul shot good, and for the Redhead, 2 points. Lenny Wilkins to Baylor. It's Bailey Howell into Chamberlain. Fall away jumper. Missed. And Johnny Green with the ball. To Guerin. To Robertson. To Kerr. To Guerin. Shot is blocked by Chamberlain. The loose ball, Gola. To Guerin. To Kerr down the middle. Missed. Chamberlain rebound. Hands to Jerry West. Now to Baylor. Ball knocked away by Gola. It goes out of bounds. Gola doing a good job on Elgin Baylor. Switching off along with Johnny Green. Now it's Green on Baylor. To Jerry West. To Bailey Howell to Wilkins. Into Chamberlain. And he kind of dunks her through. It's 7 points for Chamberlain. That's Kerr with a quick little jumper. Missed. And as they fight for the rebound, it goes out of bounds, but a foul is called. Foul is called on Bailey Howell. Second foul on Bailey Howell, the 4th team foul against the West here in quarter number 2. 5 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Hope you're enjoying this one. There is Johnny Green from Michigan State. He takes a jump shot from the foul line and makes it good. And Green now with 9 points, all scored in the second quarter. Jerry West jolting down the middle, has the ball knocked away. But a foul is called.
Also number 9, Richie
Foul is called on Richie Garrett, and Jerry West now at the foul line. Jerry West with 3 points, all scored in quarter number 1. Foul shot is good. The score reads 46-36, the East on top. That's Oscar Robertson on the move. To Guerin. To Oscar. Johnny Kerr. Move the ball to Gola. Takes a 22-footer. No good, and the rebound by Chamberlain. Pass intended for Wilkins. It goes out of bounds. It belongs, though, to the East. Gola the inbound. He does to Oscar Robertson. To Kerr, to the Big O. Takes a 15-footer. He makes it good. High in the air and in. 48-36 the score. The East on top. That's Jerry West on the move. There's his favorite play, jolting down the middle. He gives off to Chamberlain this time, who shoots, misses, but a foul is called. Foul is on Oscar Robertson, his third foul. 5 fouls against the East here in quarter number 1. Chamberlain ready. Misses the foul shot. He's now looking for point number 8. He's got this one. It's 48-37. In the front court, the ball moves to Guerin, to Gola. To Kerr, he's pulled out of the middle. To Guerin down the middle. His shot is blocked. The loose ball. Johnny Green has it. In to Gola. Out to Kerr at the foul line. Misses. He's got the ball back. Takes his shot. Blocked. Gola with the ball, but taken away by Chamberlain. Down court to Jerry West. Over to Lenny Wilkins. To Baylor. Baylor fumbles, and Oscar Robertson the ball. To Guerin. Guerin measures a 15-footer, and it's helped in by Johnny Green. They give the basket to Johnny Green, and he now has 11 points. Powell driving under, misses. Baylor with the ball, shoots, and scores. Oh, what a play by Baylor. It's 50-39. Ball given to Kerr. To Oscar, all by himself at the foul line, and he makes his shot good. You can't show him any light. And Oscar now with 14 points to lead all scorers. Baylor to Chamberlain. Turnaround jumper up is missed. Rebounded by Richie Guerin. And timeout is called. Called by the East with the score. The East 52 and the West 39. The East in this particular point of the going have been controlling the boards, which was something that Red Auerbach worried about. He got a tremendous performance off the boards by Bill Russell as he tied a record with 10 rebounds. The East has run very well and moved the ball wonderfully well. We see Jack Twyman now to re-enter the ball game along with Tommy Heinsohn for the East. The West has led only once, that in quarter number 1 by 1 point. And thus far, they have not been able to put together a very fluid offense. They broke the ball game wide open last year. We speak about the Western Division All-Stars in St. Louis. They went on to win by 20, but had a fabulous first half of play. But they've been well checked. There you see Jack Twyman. Jack, as you know, is acted more or less as the guardian for Maurice Stokes. Done a tremendous job holding benefits all over the country. For the West, Wilkins and West on the back line. Chamberlain, Baylor, and now Thomas Sherry up front. He replaces Bailey Howell. You're looking at Richie Guerin as he enters the front court. To Tommy Heinsohn. Tommy making his move. Stops and then hooks the ball up. No good. It's Baylor with the rebound. That's Masheri missing, but Chamberlain whacks it in. Chamberlain bangs her through. He has a couple of handfuls now. He has 10 points. It's 52-41. Robertson. To Kerr. But taken away by Chamberlain. He clears to Jerry West. Up with a 25-footer. No good. Baylor's got the ball. Shoots and misses. Chamberlain fighting for the ball. Loose ball picked off by Baylor. Baylor to Wilkins. A 10-footer. Good by Lenny. Lenny Wilkins scoring. Have a referee's timeout here. The score is 52-43. The East on top. And Tommy Heinsohn has been hit on the forehead. Buddy LaRue, the trainer of the Celtics, comes out to look after the big guy. Tom said, "I'm all right." Here we go. Oscar Robertson in the front court. What a battle with Jerry West. Now to Twyman. His jumper is blocked, but Heinsohn the ball for the East as he tries to give out to Guerin. The ball knocked out of bounds by Jerry West. Richie Guerin now to inbound. He gives to Oscar. Robertson driving. Goes up. He misses this one. Tipped up and in by Tommy Heinsohn. And the East continues to play the boards well. And the score is 54-43. Jerry West to Wilkins. Shot is missed. Grabbed off by Baylor. He misses. We've got a whistle. Foul called. Baylor, as you can see, has his right knee heavily taped. He injured his knee a couple of weeks ago and has seen limited action in the last two Laker ball games. Elgin Baylor, an All-American from Seattle University. Foul shot is good in his 5th year of NBA play, and they've all been great ones. Next toss good, 8 points for Elgin Baylor. It's 54-45, the East on top, and Twyman now with the ball. To Oscar Robertson. To Richie Guerin. Watch Richie. That's Tommy Heinsohn. Jolting down the middle, but now giving to Kerr. Hook shot, a 15-footer is short. To battle for the ball. It's Chamberlain. Giving to Jerry West. A minute 28 left to go in the first half. West to Wilkins. Now to Elgin Baylor. And we've got a whistle. Foul called here against the Eastern Division All-Stars. Foul is on Twyman. This is the 17th foul against the East. So Tom Meschery at the line, he'll shoot a couple. One shot, then the penalty shot. He misses, and now the penalty shot comes up. Tom Meschery of St. Mary's and the San Francisco Warriors. Toss good, his first point. It's 54-46, the East on top. Oscar Robertson, front court. To Kerr. Look at them. They really battle. It's a 20-footer by Guerin, missed, and Chamberlain way up in the air for the rebound. To Jerry West. To Meschery. The foul line with a one-hander. Shot is a beauty by Tom Meschery. He was way off balance. That's Kerr driving. Shooting. Foul called. And it's an offensive foul against Red Kerr. 45 seconds left to go here in the first half of play. A packed house in Los Angeles, the Sports Arena. It's 54-48 the score. Baylor driving down the middle, and we've got a whistle. They're going to call a jump ball. And the highly partisan crowd here, of course, for the West. Very unhappy about the call because their favorite player to involved, Elgin Baylor. There's a tip. And controlled by the East, it's Oscar Robertson. Look at him control that dribble. Turnaround jumper is good by Oscar. And he has 16 big points. 20 seconds left to go in the first half. The West now may play for one shot. It's 56-48. Baylor shooting, missing, but a foul has been called. So it'll be Baylor at the line with 3 chances to make 2. Foul is on Tommy Heinsohn, his 3rd foul. Elgin Baylor at the line. He still has 2 more coming. Baylor with 8 points thus far in the ball game. This one good. He'll try again. Score is 56-49. That makes it 56-50 with 7 seconds left to go in the first half. Down court to Guerin. Guerin to Kerr. And as he takes his shot, an offensive foul is called on Kerr. 2 seconds left to go in the first half. The East leads by a half dozen, 56-50. Baylor tries an impossible shot, misses at the buzzer. And that's the end of the first half with the score. The Eastern Division All-Stars 56, the Western Division All-Stars 50. Score at halftime, the East 56 and the West 50. The lead all scorers at the present time, it's Oscar Robertson with 16 points. To lead the East, it's Bob Pettit with 12. And here at halftime, we're going to try something a little bit different. We have 4 of the outstanding coaches in the NBA, and we're going to hold just a kind of a round table forum here. As we wait now to get them on camera, Chick Hearn is finishing some radio duties here. And fans, here we have Bob Ferry, the coach of the San Francisco Warriors. This is Eddie Donovan of the New York Knickerbockers. And now Alex Hannum, and he's a senior member of this group, and I nicknamed him Sergeant York years ago, and I think it's kind of stuck, hasn't it, Alex?
Thank you very much, Bud. It certainly has.
And here's Harry Gallatin, the coach of the St. Louis Hawks. Harry doing a fine job this year with the Hawks. So, Chick, you can tout them a little bit, but then I'm going to hand this microphone down and let them cut each other up for about 10 minutes.
Our observations along the sidelines here, Harry and Alex, we'll talk to you first as Bob and Eddie look on over there, were that the East were the superior board team. They dominated both ends, despite the fact that the West started that tremendously big ball club. How do you account for that?
Well, if I can talk first, Harry, I think the fact that the East team was keyed up a little bit early. And I think as far as the rebounds are concerned, they weren't clean rebounds, but I think the fact that there were all 5 men were folding back in there and coming up with that ball as it was bounding around was the thing that made the difference.
One other thing, I think that the East gambled a little bit the first half, Alex, and in that they were releasing Twyman a little early. I don't know if you noticed that or not. And they were gambling that Russell would get the ball off the board, and as a result, with Robertson back there in backcourt, they did move that ball. I think their passing, their movement of the ball to get it in position was a little better in the West the first half.
Along with releasing Twyman a little bit early, I noted that they had Bill Russell running tonight. Bill was taken off on the fast break, which I thought was very interesting. You fellas, what do you think about that fast break?
We're enjoying your comments in the game, Alex.
I think that, like was mentioned, that the East kept the ball alive under the basket, where they didn't get a clean rebound, as was mentioned, but they got enough of it to keep it active, and someone came up with it. And I think Russell, on the boards, has done a superb job, and I think, too, that with Oscar Robertson, he's made the East work. He just has the ability to pick out the right guy and make everybody do exactly what he wants them to do.
I don't mean to interrupt, Bob, but you mentioned Oscar there. I don't know how you fellas feel about it, but I think that possibly Oscar, talking about the skills of the game and a man to develop all the various skills in this game of basketball, in my opinion, Oscar might be the finest basketball player of all time.
No question. That's my feeling.
That's a surprise to most of the fans, Alex. The people do not realize that what the coaches think about the ball players in the league, and actually Oscar is the coach's all-around ball player and the one that they consider the finest basketball. I'm sure 4 of us here agree in that anyhow.
Right. I don't think there's any question that the East has utilized the 3 cheapest baskets in basketball, the ones that you'd like to get, the easiest one, and they have a great pair of hands in Oscar Robertson in backcourt and Mitchie Guerin of the Knicks, and they've stolen the ball and gone down the court. So they've gotten the cheap basket by the steal in backcourt. They have gotten quite a few second rebounds, the tip-ins, and, of course, the fast break basket, they are releasing early, so they're trying to get the cheapest baskets against the West, who has that height up front.
I think, too, Alex, with Guerin, when he moved to the forward position, and he cheated a couple of times, and they threw that little lob down, and he didn't necessarily make the basket, but he picked that open man out. I think the West was confused just a little bit with Guerin sliding defensively on the guard and then going down offensively on the forward.
You know, one thing the fans may be interested in, you use an expression there that I don't know if they all know what we mean when we say a person cheats. Well, you know, this isn't something they're, going in and stealing something, but what they do when they cheat, they're releasing from the defensive end of the floor to take off to get into a fast break position. And this is a little different than the possibly what you mentioned before, Harry, when you said releasing and going. And you're talking about a forward cheating and going, taking off when the ball is still alive on the board. And the difference between that and when we release a forward to try to fill that lane on the fast break, trying to get something started early.
We have some great players in this league that are very adept at that, and I think it's more anticipation of getting a rebound than anything else. I think Jack Twyman of the Royals is especially adept at it. I was just going to say that, Harry. None more adept than Jack Twyman. How about Cliff Hagan? Cliff Hagan does a fine job of that too, Bob. Right.
Bob, what did you think of Wilt's work in there under the board tonight? I thought personally that Bill Russell was doing a superb job there early, and then he got going, and he looked like he found himself
in
there.
In the beginning, Wilt wasn't doing too much. In the last 6 or 7 minutes when he got back into the second time, he was beginning to do an awful lot on the boards, and I think that did manage to get the West back. Although I do believe this game was a psychological game, and there's no question in anybody's mind. We're down in Los Angeles where they've been talking West very strongly, as though the West team were going to win this ball game by 40 points. As a result, those Eastern Division ball players felt very strongly about this ball game, and I think there's no question about them being jazzed up for this ball game. Now that worked so long, I'm not too sure it's going to work all the way.
Let's give credit where credit is due for a fellow that's playing his last year in this league, Bob Cousy, who got the East off to great momentum, got them started, got them off in front, and has had the West battling for the first half.
No question.
I got to agree with that 100%, Harry. Some of those passes, it seems almost at times like he's showboating. But Bob Cousy is not showboating. This is his way to make that pass and to draw the defensive man into a bad position.
I think that some of the boys watching television tonight should watch the way that Oscar Robertson takes advantage of a key block. He never goes away from help or a screen, as we call it in the game. He always tries to utilize that screen and tries to hit the roll man or look for the open man. And he's the best I've ever seen in the game at hitting the open man.
No question. He not only hits the open man, but he always seems to give it to the right open man at the exact right time.
Eddie, I was sitting underneath the basket there, and he came with a fast break coming at me. And I watched him. I just studied his exact moves himself, and he had 2 men on the sides, and he had a trailer, and he expended every possibility of making a pass. He looked at the 2 men we had on the sides. He glanced back this way to see what the trailer was doing. They were covered. He couldn't give it to the trailer. A man came to fill. He took the shot as the very last alternative, one of the real fine plays. It looked very simple, like he shot, but he expended every possibility before he did take the shot.
Very true. And
I think guys don't work. This is great. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Bob. And thank you, Eddie Donovan.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Thanks very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we had Bob Farragut of the San Francisco Warriors, Eddie Donovan, of course, the New York Knickerbockers, Alec Canham of the Syracuse Nats, and Harry Gallatin doing such a sensational job in his first year of the St. Louis Hawks. I've got an old friend from the entertainment world over here. Excuse me, gentlemen, walking in front of you. Thank you very much. Pat Boone, whom you heard tonight on the national anthem, and Pat is a great basketball fan. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Chick. How are you?
Nice to see you, boy.
Well, it's good to be here. I'm telling you that. I had to sing a song to get in, but it was...
Boy, you're looking good. What are you doing?
Well, I just finished a picture, and for his 20th, called The Yellow Canary, a thriller, you know, a suspense.
When's it
by
come
Rod
out?
Serling. It'll be out about Easter.
Good.
But I haven't been able to think about it. This has been a pretty exciting game, but I can't understand how they can hold these guys like Chamberlain and Baylor and all of them, you know, down to 50 points. I thought it'd be 100 points by now.
That's what I just remarked in the play-by-play before the half. Elgin only had one field goal in that half.
But, you know, not only are we watching the greatest offense in the world, but the best defense, too. So
I can tell already you know basketball because during the first half I mentioned that the East has a superlative defensive ball club.
yeah, they do. And every time Baylor gets his hands on the ball, you know, he can't drive in and try all those tricky shots that he usually can do because they got three guys on him.
Right.
So they're terrific.
I thought that the Eastern club with Robertson and Cousy running it out of the back court. Weren't they beautiful?
Oh, it's beautiful, yeah. How can this Cousy always know that there's a guy behind him? He knows where to throw it without ever looking. I mean, it's like he has an eye back here.
Of course, you notice the guys that he usually throws to that way are Boston Celtics fellas that he's played with for years, and they've got that timing down.
He hit Robertson a couple of times, too, you know.
Of course, Robertson's everywhere.
That's true.
You know, Doris Day was telling me the other night in an interview that you guys are playing basketball in the backyard.
Well, she's a great, you know, athlete, woman athlete, and we had a game going at 1 o'clock the other night after watching the Lakers.
That's what I heard. Boston.
Yeah, beat the Celtics here, and we were inspired.
Thank you, Pat, for coming over. I appreciate it.
Enjoyed it, Chick.
Thank you very much.
Keep our fingers crossed for the West here.
Good. We pause now for station identification. This telecast is a feature presentation of the National Basketball Association Television Network. Other teams are getting set to line up for the second half with the score of the East 56, the West 50.
Thank you very much for your announcement and also Mr. Butler.
Fans are about set to go now with the thrilling second half of this East-West All-Star game, the 13th annual NBA All-Star Classic from Los Angeles. Bud Blattner along with Chick Hearn, standing by now to bring you all the action here in the second half of play. Here now is Chick Hearn.
Thank you
Have
very
fun,
much,
Chick.
buddy. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first half, as Bud has so capably described for you, as you've watched on your television set, sees the East, coached by Red Auerbach, of the Boston Celtics, leading 56-50. One of the impressive things brought out by the coaches, of course, was the outstanding defense displayed by the East. Freddie Schaus trying to rally the Western Stars back into this ball game. They're looking for their third win in a row. In the first half, Bob Pettit for the West had 12 points. Bellamy had 2, Chamberlain 11, Baylor had 10, Jerry West had 4, Tom Meschery had 3, Guy Rogers 2, Wilkins had 2, Bailey Howell had 4. And for the East in the first half, Tommy Heinsohn had 6, Twyman had 10, Russell had 3, Cousy did not score but was just sensational out there. Robertson had 16, Guerin did not score, Greer had 4, Kerr had 2, Schaffer 4, Gola did not score, and Green had 11.